Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. All right. Mid-chapter was yesterday. 13.4 is today. We're talking about finding the unknown measure. So we're still working with area and perimeter, except in this lesson, we're going to be giving some of the information and we have to figure out the rest of it. So let's go ahead and look at number 1 here. It wants us to find the unknown measure, and we're giving a couple pieces of information. So the area of the rectangle is 36 square feet. Okay, so we know that the area total is 36 square feet. Okay, now we know when we find area, we do base times height, length times width, whichever way you want to look at it. And we are only given one of those here. We are given 3 feet. So we know two things. We know that the total is 36 square feet, and we know that the height is 3 feet. So what we have to figure out is this right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask ourselves, okay, self, 3 times what gets me 36? 3 times what gets me 36? 12. Very good. 3 times 12 gets me 36. So the base of this rectangle is going to be 12 feet. So now if we were just given this and both measurements, the base and the height, 12 times 3 gives us this 36 square feet. Very good. Alrighty, let's look down here. Number 2, now we're dealing with perimeter. Well, perimeter is equal to 44 centimeters. Now we know with perimeter, we add up all the sides. What kind of shape is this? Is this a square, a rectangle? Right, it's a square. What do we know about squares? Exactly, all the sides are the same length. So if this is truly a square, then this would be 12, this would be 12, this would be 12. Well, what is 12 times 4? 48. Is the perimeter 48? No, it is not. So it's not a true square, even though it looks like it. So we are going to have to figure out what this one is. Well, we know it's a rectangle now. What do we know about rectangles? Exactly, opposite sides are equal. So this side is 12, which means this side is 12 as well. Now, here's what we can do with perimeter. I'm going to go ahead and take these two sides and add them up. 12 plus 12 is going to give me what? 24. Very good. All right, so I know that between those two sides, I've got 24. So I'm going to take my total of 44 and subtract the total of the sides that I do know. 44 minus 24 is, very good, 4 minus 4 is 0, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So I've got 20 unaccounted centimeters left to figure out. Now, does that mean that this side is 20? No, I've got 2 sides to split that 20 between. So if I do 20 divided by 2 sides, what is 20 divided by 2? Very good. It is 10. So these sides are going to be 10 centimeters. Very good. All right, now this question especially shows you the importance of making sure that you don't just assume that because a shape looks like something that it is. Because if we just went with, yep, it's a square, all the sides are 12, well, we wouldn't have gotten 48. So it's very important to make sure that we always double check our measurements, and we are always double checking our adding before we just assume that a shape is a shape, even if it's not. Because this ended up being a rectangle. All righty, let's look at number 3 right here. We're going to do 2 more, 3 and 4, and then we're going to be finished. All right, number 3, we've got an area of 108 square inches, and they have given us a base of 9 inches. Now, what do we know about area? How do we find area? Good. Base times height. So that tells me that I'm going to be, so area equals base times height, length times width, whatever way you want to look at it. So that means that my area, I do know, is 108 square inches. And my base is 9 inches. So I've got to look at 9 times what is going to give me this 108 square inches in order to be correct. 9 times what is 108? Very good. 9 times 12 is 108. So the height of this rectangle is 12 inches. 9 times 12 will give us this 108 square inches. Very good. All righty. I actually want to do another one with perimeter. We've done 2 with area. I want to do another one with perimeter. So we're going to look at this one right here. If we've got a perimeter of 34 yards and we know our width is 5 yards, we've got to figure out this side right here. All right, so what do we know about rectangles? Opposite sides are equal. So that means if this side is 5 yards, this side is also 5 yards. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just like I did in this one, I'm going to add these 2 sides up that I already know. 5 plus 5 is 10. Very good. 5 plus 5 is going to give me that 10. Now, I'm going to take the length of the 2 sides that I already know, and I'm going to subtract it from my total perimeter. So 34 minus 10. Sorry, guys. 34 minus 10 is, very good, 24. Now, does that mean 24 is my length of this side and this side? No. So we're going to take this 24 and we're going to divide it between the 2 sides. So when I do 24 divided by 2, 2 can go into 1, or 2 can go into 2 one time. 2 times 1 is 2. Bring down our 4. 2 can go into 4 2 times. So each of these sides is going to be 12 yards. All righty. So that is it for today. It is very important to make sure that you look at all the information you are given, because that's going to help you figure out what information you still need to find. You need to make sure you are double checking that it's asking for area or perimeter, because that's going to make a difference on how you solve the problem. With one, you're multiplying, and with the other, you're trying to add. So got to make sure that you're paying close attention to those details so that you don't get the way that you're solving these problems mixed up. All right, guys, that is it for today. Happy Friday. Thank you for rocking this week. I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.